y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Latori and I am here today to do an updated review on my Doc Marten Leona boots. I picked them up about 4 months ago and I absolutely love them. Since I got them, they've pretty much been my everyday shoe. I live in the DMV and so we've been in winter since I've had them and they go with absolutely everything. But there are a few things that I wanted to share about the boots, so let's get into that now. So these are the boots. This is the Leona style and they have sort of like a chunky heel. That's what distinguishes them from just the traditional Doc Marten styles. And you get the same like edgy platform look. I got the black leather, but they also come in a brown color. Actually 2 different brown colors, I believe, a darker brown and a light brown. And I traditionally wear or typically wear a US size 8.5. Sometimes 9, and I picked up this boot, or I ordered this boot 3 different times just because I could not get the sizing right, and I ended up purchasing a size 7. And when I purchased the 7, they fit like perfectly, and I plan to wear the boots with like chunky socks during the winter, just for warmth. And I think it looks cute when you have like your socks stacked over top of your boots, but I could not do that initially when I bought them just because they were like literally the perfect size. I had no room. And because of that, when I walked on the back of one of my ankles, I was starting to get a blister, but I knew if I went up a size to the 8, my foot was like moving around as if it was going to come out of the boot, and so there was no half size. So I had to stick with the 7, and I'm glad that I did because after about 5 to 6 wears, they were very comfortable. So it just takes a little time to break them in, but after that, they were super comfortable. I will put the measurement of my foot on the screen if that's helpful. If anyone else wears like around an 8 or an 8.5, if you would find that to be helpful for the sizing. As far as the wear, like I said, I've worn these pretty much every time that I've gone out and over the last 4 months, and they still look brand new. I haven't had any issues with the lacing. I know on some of the reviews that I watched prior to purchasing the boots, there were a few people that mentioned that their laces split in half or they broke because they weren't super sturdy, and they're not the thickest laces, but I haven't had any issues with them so far. There is the slightest creasing across the toe box of my boot, but I mean, it's a leather shoe, so it's not like it's gonna fall apart or anything like that. It's just slight creasing from wear, and to me it still looks fine because this is like a very rugged, edgy boot as far as just that's what Doc Martens are known for. I don't mind the creasing. I think it just adds a little bit to the character. They are very, very comfortable. They're very easy to wear. Because of like the lug sole at the bottom, I find it a bit annoying that sometimes rocks and things like that get stuck at the bottom of the boots. So that's just something to watch out for. I have a small puppy, so if I'm not careful, sometimes I'll bring rocks into my apartment, and of course he finds them, and it's the whole thing where I have to chase him to get the rocks. But otherwise, I just wipe them down with regular baby wipes and they look fine. I probably shouldn't do that. That's probably not the best thing to do for a leather shoe, but that's what I've been doing and it's been working fine for me so far. There isn't much creasing elsewhere. Like here, it's just a little softer. The boots were very, very stiff when I initially picked them up, to the point where it was a little difficult to get them off and on. Like it took a little time, but like I said, just with breaking the shoe in, it's been really easy for me to wear and super comfortable. I thought that I would have to buy like an insert just to make it more comfortable because they were so stiff when I first got them, but I haven't done that and they've been fine. I can wear them for hours and the issue that I was having initially with blistering and all of that, just because the sizing was a little weird, has gone away. So I would highly recommend picking up the Leona if you have been thinking about it. They go with so many different things. If you want something that's super casual, if you want something that's a little edgy, even like dresses and things like that, which is how I wear them. They look good. Everyone loves them. I'm always getting stopped and asked, oh, what boots are those, and things like that. So they are super comfortable. So I would highly recommend them if you have been on the fence or thinking about picking up. The only thing I would suggest, if you are able to go in store and try them on, because the sizing is a little weird, I would definitely do that. I would not size up if you are thinking about wearing them with like chunky socks, just because once you break them in, you're gonna have that extra room, unless you're like wearing some super thick wool socks that would require that. But yeah, that's what I think. If you have the Leonas, let me know what you think of them. How do you style them? I would love to see, what you do when you wear them or how you style them. At this point, I'm rambling. So those are my thoughts on the Leona boots. If you have any questions or anything like that, please leave them in the comment section and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.